Hi, everybody.
Hey everybody, welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
me, Banshee. Welcome to Thursday Night Show.
Indeed, welcome.
Welcome to the Lions preseason begins.
Oh, and I thought the blue was for the Fantastic Four. Well, it is about the same color.
It is,
Hmm.
but it looks better on the Lions. Anyway, welcome to the show. We have a birthday reading to do tonight. Happy birthday to
Hey, Nicole,
Nicole.
happy
Good to
birthday.
see you made it here for it. We're going to do it right after we do the card for the collective, which I will get right on. And there is a preseason game tonight I'm going to watch part of after the
I
show.
bet Claudia might drop in.
Claudia, that's right. Well, I don't
But
know.
she's more of a Cowboys fan, right?
Right, she's Dallas Cowboy fan, but
But she's a homegirl, so she
yeah,
sometimes
yeah. What's up with that?
comes over to that.
She likes to razz me about the Lions. Well, maybe not razz me. All right. And no, I'm not going to predict any Lions preseason games. Curious to watch some of their new players tonight. All right, Mr. O, I was going to pick a card. You know what? I'm going to do it because I just decided I was going to do it, I guess. Oh, interesting. This one is called Terracotta Pots. You have profound power when you stay true to yourself and those around you. All right. I don't know why I did that, but I just grabbed for the top, so I thought I should take it. The key words of the card is reliability, sturdiness, and commitments. Whether you love or hate them, terracotta pots are sturdy and reliable and can have a positive influence on the life of your plants. Regardless of the vessels you choose to put your plants in, what's needed most are discipline, accountability, and a steadfast commitment to following through on your intentions. A plant cannot grow without the proper amount of light, nor can it thrive if you allow it to dry out. Oh, I didn't leave the chair out for him. Hold on, sorry. I don't think I can do it. That's okay. He finds his own way, I guess. I wish I could get the chair out
Please
though.
don't do that.
Hmm?
Please don't do that. You're going to change the camera thing, maybe.
All right, well, I've got it out a little bit. That might be enough. Okay. All right, so the card comes to you as a reminder of the profound impact you have when you embody reliability in your actions, words, and commitments. Keeping your word to others and following through on your actions is how you foster trust with others. And keeping your word to yourself is how you build confidence in yourself. It allows you to form the foundations needed to build better relationships, experience personal growth, and ultimately have the trust in yourself to see something through from start to finish. Pulling this card is a positive sign that you have become an invaluable member of a team, family, or community. Your efforts are appreciated and noticed, even if no one else has been vocal about how much your dependability means. Others know they can depend on you and they respect you for your ability to show up. However, being reliable does not mean sacrificing your needs, so be mindful of committing only when you have the space to do so. And that's part of the responsibility aspect as well. You have to be responsible enough to realize maybe when you're pushing yourself too far, you're spreading yourself too thin, and you're not going to be very good for anybody under those circumstances. So, this is a real interesting card to get now. Set your intentions, and then do what you need to do. Be responsible when you plant those seeds, so that they do grow properly. You don't want to torture the poor plants. You don't want to, you don't want to destroy your dreams and goals. You want them to flourish. You're going to have to put in the work and you're going to have to be reliable and dependable to make it so.
And I liked what you said there, but I'm going to paraphrase it a
Okay.
little bit. People respect me for my ability to shut up.
Yes,
And that's why I get no respect, because I never shut up.
especially when he's singing. All right, that's what we have for the collective from the season of the Witch Oracle, the Lammas Oracle. Happy Lammas to those who celebrate first harvest, one of my favorite ones.
Thanks, Jamies. Go Lions.
Yay! But yeah, they're going against the LA Chargers tonight, right? I think that's what it is. So, but it's just a pregame, just a pregame. Don't have to get too wound up over a win or loss here. I want to check out the new Lions players, see how they do.
All right, so we were on Nicole's birthday spread reading.
Oh, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Whoopsie. Let me get the list out there for everyone. If I have missed anybody, let me know. But it seems like a short list for the moment. Okay. Nice to see Earth Girl here. All right.
All right, the reading.
Yes, sure.
All right.
I thought it wasn't I going to shuffle. I guess not. That's okay.
We don't always. Do you want to?
I don't remember. I thought we did for the
I
birthday.
think I want you to.
You do?
Sure, why not?
Okay. So remember, Nicole, this reading is good for your entire solar year ahead.
Till your next birthday.
Yeah.
And it takes into account things that have happened in the last year, specifically, of course, your last birthday.
Well, one card. That's right.
Just cut them there.
Huh?
Just cut them there.
All right.
Thank you. So, card one
is the gift you received last year that you can use to make the most out of this year.
and it's the reversed Queen of Cups.
Ah, well, that's an interesting card, and I think that basically last year's gift makes you feel as though you want to find more joy and happiness in your life this year. Perhaps you feel that last year was lacking a little bit in that regard. And so the gift is really, the gift of it all is, I've always said that, when we have struggles and challenges, it only serves to motivate us more to go after what we really want in life. And so I think here, more joy, more happiness, more emotional stability and well-being is what you're looking for this year ahead.
I like how you put that there.
Thank you.
That Queen of Cups reversed. The gift of last year could be that you went down to nearly to the bottom of emotional distress or disarray. And perhaps, having, gone that far down, looking at yourself, pretty much at the worst you can be handling various emotional issues. That was a guide to the turning point for you to realize that you needed to figure out how to be more mature about certain things, or to achieve emotional control over what upsets or what triggers, pushes you.
So the gift of the present moment is the next card. I hope it's a gift. What do
And
we
it's
have?
the Page of Wands upright.
Nice.
Cute little guy.
The gift of the present moment. Look at your birthday. Look at this time now, this new year unfolding as a time for new opportunities for growth and possibilities starting to open up for you. Think positively, think growthfully. It may even start off with a bang. Who knows? Maybe in this next month, certainly Mercury's got to go direct, but even after, that happens, I think sometime after that happened, maybe you're going to receive some news of something new for you coming, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a job you want, whatever the case may be.
The gift of the present moment is that ability to push forward, to be assertive, not in a overly dramatic way, but just in a gentle, moving way. This wand carries energies about enterprise, but also growth.
Yeah.
And so this is saying really that the gift of the present moment is you feeling that need to provide more growth or to move towards more growth.
Think expansively. I think that's, one of the main messages here, too. Think about expansion and growth. There, anything is possible now that a new year is beginning.
Card three,
Card three is the gift from your connections with others in the next year.
the Empress,
Wow,
upright.
nice. I think there's comfort, there's support for you from others in the year ahead. There's support for you from others. Sunny is back. Yes, Sunny is back. There's support with you for you from
Trying.
others, and it just
Hello.
seems as though the other thing is that I think with others around you, it might inspire you more. Just there's more enthusiasm in your coming from your relations with others in this year ahead.
What's the position again?
It's
I
the
should know.
gift of your connections with
Uh,
others. Why I kept mentioning others.
Well, believe it or not, Nicole, over this next year, you may realize that you have a gift or inspiration from the people you know to want to maybe mother them in certain ways or to sort of provide, care for them or give them, an orientation perhaps. This card also says that maybe if there are any group plans, group projects, community things you involve yourself in, you may really find yourself pouring into that as a creative, therapeutic, outlet for yourself.
Well, and since this is your gift from your connection with others, I think it's equally likely that you will be, that they will be supporting you, that they're going to be mothering you, that you're going to get some
I
of
like
that
that.
support. That's what I said in the beginning, and I'm going to stick with that. But I like what you said. It's a two-way street. So, in other
Yeah.
words, be there to support each other in this year ahead.
All right, card four.
That card four is the gift that will help you work on, achieve, or move forward with your dreams and goals in the year ahead.
And it's Justice reversed.
Okay, so good. Why don't you start with that?
Okay, well, in this card, Justice reversed, it could be realizing that um, what you've gone through makes you understand, that not everything is fair. I'm not going to say fair is another planet. Oh, wait, I just did. But
He
sometimes
always does.
sometimes we have to realize that we are what we have and we have to work with what we have. And so this gift may see you trying to work through what the injustices or unfairnesses you perceive in your life are, that maybe they are a motivating catalyst for you to try to affect change there.
Well, that's exactly pretty close to right there. I'd say it's right. I think that basically it's kind of what I said in did I say it with the other card or I said it in the beginning? A great motivator is, when we face challenges and opposition and obstacles and maybe things that we feel have been treating us unfairly. It's great motivators to make you rise above that and to say, I'm going to achieve what I want to achieve despite, this unfair treatment. So I think here that you will be inspired by the things that may try to hold you back. Don't let them. Don't let them. I think that justice reversed here is saying the scales can be righted, but they can be righted by you and how you choose to deal with situations of unfairness, how you choose to deal with obstacles that may be in your path to what you want to manifest in this year.
All right. Card five is the gift from your spirit guides or your beneficent ancestors.
Well, I hope it's a good card since you called it beneficent. It's the Tower reversed.
It's the Tower reverse. Victoria, did you do that? Just kidding.
Um, okay, okay.
Had to think about it.
I didn't have to think too long about this one. I think here your ancestors are very forgiving. They realize here that maybe at times you have had to backpedal, you've made mistakes, that you seem to fall into a cycle of, I'm not going to say bad behavior, but not making the right moves and choices for yourself. They realize that, and they want you to know that you can call upon their energy to help you sort through this. They don't want to see you this year going through a negative cycle, a similar one like maybe you had last year, over again.
The spirit guides, the ancestors may be invoking all that too. I get the feeling too that maybe they strongly relate to this as, and this is not to absolve you or anyone, but that these may be things that have carried over from past lives too. And so some of
Maybe.
these may represent higher challenges for yourself, Nicole, that, they will help you work on, but, you have to be honest with them as well as with yourself and only do what can be done in a particular circumstance. This is not a zero sum game. This is not all or anything. That even if you do have fallbacks or situations that maybe pull you back towards that, they're going to still be there to try to remind you and, point you back towards your path.
And finally, the gift this year ultimately gives to you. What lessons will you have learned, or what progress or growth will you have achieved by your birthday next year?
And it's the Nine of Swords upright. And I think
Oh,
I like this because there's another way that I've been looking at the Nine of Swords, and that is to realize that sometimes it's really the same way. The anxieties, the things that bother us are more imaginary, more in our head than we realize. And so the gift the year finally brings to you is that you've operated for these last who knows how long with a lot of pressure, a lot of things going on in your life that maybe have informed your mistakes, but maybe have also informed the good things you've done or the breakthroughs you have realized. Whatever it is that you're going through, you have to realize that a lot of this can be affected by working on your attitude, that realizing every day is a new day and that you can still try to get back on the road whenever, things seem to be working against you.
I'm going to need my hand, Sonny. Thank you. So that's an interesting card to end with because I do have to agree with Mr. O to a big extent here in that I think you're starting to you by year's end, you will realize that maybe a number of the things that you have been losing sleep over during the year were nothing to worry about at all, that everything is going to come into place. We spent a lot of times ruminating and worrying about the kinds of moves and things we should make, and we make it worse for ourselves because we sometimes allow our fears to stop us from actually fixing the situation. We're so afraid of making a move, of upsetting somebody or doing a certain thing that we hold back, and then we lose more sleep. We procrastinate and lose more sleep. So I think here, Nicole, the whole thing is you will learn by year's end that there's no value in losing sleep over things, but there is value in taking action to fix what's wrong or see if what you're worried about is really worth worrying about at all.
I like that.
So I think that's what we have for you. I think it's a well balanced year. I think that there's just some things you have to deal with. I think your ancestors have a very protective energy for you this year to try to stop you from making the same mistakes that maybe you had been making in the previous year over and over again. They want you to move on. They want you to take a different path, and they will support you in that. And with the ace, I'm sorry, the page of wands there, it's inviting you to have some big growth this year. With the queen of cups reversed here, it's telling you to bring more joy and happiness back into your life. And I think with the empress in your social sector, it's going to show you that your friends are going to be very supportive in that regard.
So happy birthday, Nicole, and you
Yeah.
are very welcome.
You're good luck with that. Good luck with the year ahead.
All right, good luck indeed.
Happy birthday.
Hi, Estelle.
Hi, Estelle.
Kara and Estelle, in that order, have joined us. Hi, Kara.
We'll get them on the list.
All right.
And we're done with Nicole, so we are on Earth Girl. Hi, Earth Girl.
Hi, Earth Girl. And just a reminder, happy hour is going to be
Later.
later this week. It's gonna be oops, that's the wrong one. There it is. It's gonna be at 4 p.m. this week. Happy hour this week at 4 p.m. I have to work in the morning, so we'll be here in the afternoon. So check us out for your happy hour.
So it's like a real happy hour. Maybe bring a margarita.
Bring your own.
There you go.
All right, Earth Girl, if you're here, we just need a question from you. If you said hi and moved on, that's fine. We
Yes,
may have to
honey.
put you at the end of the list until we know. Um, but we'll
Yeah,
give you
Earth
one.
Girl, you are up, and
They did not leave a question.
I see. So they might have just said hi.
They might have. Well, they said, hey.
They did say hey. So also, I'm trying to think if anything else is up. Nothing else to announce.
I'm hoping to do a unboxing. I've
So
been
am
saying
I.
it for over a week
Me
for
too.
the just released Agatha All Along tarot set. It's based on the Disney Marvel character Agatha, who's a witch.
And I want to do one of my Magic Pantry Tarot, even though I've been using it. I think, a number of people would like to see the full deck. Had a lot of fun working with it this last week for the cards for the collective, and we've got another week's worth coming. We did have a repeat card this week and a heck of a lot of major arcana. So we'll see what happens with next week's
I think
cards.
we're going to move on from Earth Girl.
Yeah, I
If she
think so
shows up, we
too.
may be able to put her at the
I
bottom of
could
the list.
at the bottom after a cell just in case and tell her to leave a question if
And
she comes.
Jamie's asked about possibly about the a new attorney. Let me see if I got that.
I'll go look too.
Uh, what's next? Just general, but then Jamie says new attorney. Maybe you're just telling us that.
They've got a new attorney. So let's just general, they've got a new attorney. So
All
that's
right.
just in case maybe some of that comes up.
I see. And you never know with us, right?
That's right. So it's my deck.
It's your deck. It surely is.
Well, let's use something more seasonal since it's harvest season.
Sunny is stacked out here.
Grab the pastoral tarot. Bring your own tarot.
Treat. Oh, wait, tarot. Yes. Well, tarot is a treat.
Which ones? I've got so many.
Right. It's kind of like asking the big moving van to back up. Dump them.
Well, Mr. O will be getting a couple decks from me in this year. Really,
Right.
the end of
Your
the year.
discards,
No,
the
no,
ones you don't like anymore.
no. I got you a couple of Llewellyn ones,
Oh, yes.
but they're on pre-order.
Well, if I had to be honest, I really think we have many more ducks than we need.
Well, what we are going to do is we're going to add a spot on our webpage to start selling some stuff. And it'll be mostly gently used, or maybe some of our books, maybe some of Mr. O's doll collection, definitely some of his DVD collection.
Absolutely.
So stay tuned for that.
And in the case of the dolls, they are incredibly gently used if open, but I will be selling some boxed mint
Yeah, some of
condition
them will
items.
be unboxed, but there will be boxed ones as well. Yes.
Many of the DVDs and CDs in our collection, well, not the CDs so much, but the DVDs, gently used
There's going to be CDs going,
twice.
but
Well, that's for you to decide because that's mostly your
it
collection.
is mostly mine. But I will keep my Yes collection and some of the pagan music
That's a
collection.
DVD I would keep too, the various concerts by Yes that we have on
Oh, the
DVD.
DVDs, even though we don't have a DVD player at present. But yeah, okay, I can
We'll
see
work
that.
on it.
All right, this is my sideways deck, and now I'm not sure which way to. I think it was that way. Let's do it that way. And of course, the first card is reversed, but it's okay. It's actually okay. So the first card reversed is the Four of Swords reversed. Wow. Jamie. Is this Jamie? Who is up?
It
Jamie.
is Jamie.
Jamie, you're going to like that. And we got the Wheel of Fortune up, right?
Wheel in the sky keeps on turning.
But we have the World reversed. But this is okay. This is not a bad reading.
All right, and let me throw out the Lenormand then.
Yeah.
It's the Rider, number 1, and the ship,
No.
the key. The last time I said it was the key, you said no, it's
It's
the ship.
no, I didn't. It's the anchor. It's an anchor he's holding.
It's a key.
It's the anchor he's holding.
It's a key. It's an anchor.
Just
Well.
because I know the numerical significance of the Lenormand, so
Ah, are you saying that I
some of
don't?
them might get
Well, you would be right
I
then.
do say
You
that.
would be right then.
I do. Okay. Well, Jamie, this isn't bad at all. I think here, I'm going to start with the Wheel of Fortune. I think a positive turn of luck, a change in luck. And maybe that's coming with, is this just a general, not for the
It's a
weekend?
general, but she
Okay.
mentions the new attorney.
Right. Well, that's okay. I think you'll be able to apply it maybe to that situation. A positive change of luck has occurred. Maybe it's getting a new attorney. Maybe that attorney will turn things around for you. But basically, a positive change of luck is happening right now, occurring. So you need to put all your renewed energy because it seems like this this change of luck and timing and synchronicity is going to energize you. But you need to focus that energy on now finishing something off, getting it done.
What is that card?
The world reversed. And so, with the world reversed, it's saying something is not completed yet, but you've got all this positive energy to work with to get the job done.
In a way, to capsulize, because I think that would be best, it does seem like this is about what possibility of the new attorney or the new attitudes, the new energy you can have moving towards some of those situations. You're working on one or more different legal cases. Um, to some degree, you are anchored in this movement. So it's sort of like saying this is a continuous movement towards what we're talking about, which would be more lucky, renewed energy, finding how to complete something.
Oh, well, okay, so you're done with the regular cards?
Yeah,
You
I
kind
just
of
kind of
move
summed it
on.
up.
Yeah. So I think you need to anchor your movement. Now you need to be anchored in moving this energy to a positive conclusion now. So I almost think this is saying that maybe this change that you've made is possibly a good one. It's bringing a better, cycle of energy your way. You might have just found the right person at the right time. I hope so. I hope it's about that. But if not, consider any other situation that this might involve for you.
All right. And hi,
Hi, Eric.
Ari. And there's plenty of time to be on the list. Thursday's a little slower, so we got ya. Mr. O wants to go and get something to wet his whistle, so he will be right back on it.
And Victoria will be up. She left a question.
She did.
All right, thank you. Go ahead. I will just remind everybody that
Happy hour.
we already said happy hour will be at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I also want to remind everybody about my Sunday show, Material Matters, which is on at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Give an outlook for your financial forecast for the week ahead, business, finance, career, education. A lot of that gets covered there. We're live in the chat only in the mornings. So if you happen into my show at early in the day, it's basically us in the chat, and we won't be taking questions. We'll just be commenting on the video recording. and chatting it up with people and having a good time. And then at 2 to 4 p.m., we'll have our live show as usual, Eastern Standard Time, where we'll take any questions.
All right, Mr. O has his sippy drink.
All right, Miss V, we're getting you. All right, what is the outlook for August for me, please? Okay, let's take a look. Drop in the cards.
You've got me. Who's got you?
So
The famous line from the first Superman movie.
we've had a lot of sugary sweet cards this week, but tomorrow's card will not be sweet. I can tell you that. As a matter of fact, neither will Saturday's card, will it?
You'll just have to take it.
But it will, but yeah, I mean, the ingredient is not something nasty, but
We are. We're the nasty.
what?
Okay, it's me.
I thought it was your deck. Didn't I just use a deck?
Oh, I guess you did. Very well. I am so sorry.
That's okay.
I'm going to use my black tarot.
What?
Hi, SP. I think we have time to add you. Outlook for August.
All right, SP. We will get to you.
Card 1, Queen of Pentacles.
Nice.
Upright. Card 2, Judgment reversed. Not justice, judgment. Card 3 is the Magician reversed.
Ooh.
So a little good, but a little questionable.
Mm.
And then we have the letter. And Lady Groot. Cloud.
Yes. Thank you.
But she's riding a cloud, Lady Groot.
Finally getting the hang of it. Crazy deck I have here. Well, I'm wondering what is going on here. Oh, jeez. Can you just stay? Can you just stay?
The answer is no.
Everybody wants to see you, so just stay. He's got to make these dramatic exits and entrances. Look,
There he
he's
goes.
going again.
Because you yelled at him.
I asked
Hurt
him
his
to
feelings.
stay. Why can't he understand? All right. All right. The Queen of Pentacles is very interesting here. It sounds like you'll be okay financially next month. You will do okay. It may be that you are working hard on a project or a goal. It seems like you have it together still financially. But what is going on here? We've got the Magician reversed and we have the
Judgment.
Judgment reversed. I think here there's something that needs to shift for you, though. There's some judgment is, it's almost as if judgment is saying maybe you've you need to make some changes and you haven't accepted that fact yet. There's something you need to do differently. There's something maybe even inside of you that really wants to surface, some part of you that maybe could make a difference in manifesting what you desire. But it's almost as if you're denying that possibility here. And I look at the Magician reversed and I'm thinking to myself, that you're really not going to be, August. I don't know if it's just a season or what, but you're really not focusing all your energy to get exactly what you desire. And I think here you have to maybe consider. Maybe the problem is that you're looking at too many different things right now, and you need to focus on one area more than the others. Because I have a feeling here something is deflecting your focus and your will. Maybe, for example, let's say you really want to move somewhere, but you really need a job, but you really want to do this. You really have to more focus intently on one area because the other goals might be interfering with what is most important to you right now. I'm done with that. I did
Is it
all
my
three.
turn?
Yeah, so you can do all three.
Yes, I can.
And you can even go ahead.
Maybe there's even something left.
Yeah, you can even go ahead and
So
trump
the
me
Queen
in
of
that.
Spheres, the Queen of Pentacles, is correct, as Banshee says, that maybe on certain physical levels, there's a certain sense of status quo. It's not
Yeah.
bad, it's not necessarily stellar, but it seems to be guided or guarded movement. But that judgment reverse maybe suggests to me that it's also about you sort of having your own inward epiphany. And the epiphany might be saying, like, gosh, I really do need to change something. Something is just not working out for me. I'm not getting
Okay.
where I want. I'm not getting the message. I'm not getting that. Is the epiphany about the magician reversed, indicating that you feel you're not able to project yourself, your energy, your will, or express in certain ways enough for you to come across to what your goals are, long range or short term. And so maybe the idea of the epiphany is you possibly thinking you have to change something majorly, or you have to change how your desire, your will is expressed outward. Because it may be that you're focusing too much on the things inside, but you just need to project outward somehow, some way.
I'm almost wondering if all of this is kind of precipitated by some
Lady Groot.
some disillusionment or uncertainty over messages either that you've received or haven't received. But I really think maybe, something that comes back makes some message that you get makes you, have a lot of doubts now about are you really focusing enough? Or do you really need to shake things up and make some sort of changes to truly make something happen in the month ahead?
Why, I don't always think that the clouds are about your own doubts, but it could be about, the sense of confusion or not understanding something. And that kind of goes along with that epiphany that you may have somewhere in August, that maybe this is saying, like, why am I confused? And then all of a sudden, a clarity arrives somehow. It may arrive intuitively. I think that's probably the most likely way.
I wonder if it's going to be an actual, message or something sent to you, or if it's going to be a psychic message, or, like I said, a sign or synchronicity, something that clicks that makes you realize, aha, I should do this.
You're going to have an aha movement somewhere in August.
And I just want you to know that, yeah, I'm worried that it might just stay status quo, but I will say that financially you're going to be okay. You're going to be kind of okay and stable in the month of August. So, it's the best I got for you. I wish you luck with that. And let's not forget Mercury's retrograde till August 11th.
Yeah, that's a big part of the bowl.
All right, Libra is up.
Libra wanted a general. Yes, it's always good to know that money is not frittering away somehow.
Well, I know you're
It's
doing
hard
some
not to,
side
though.
stuff, and maybe that's going to keep things stable. So, wish you luck with that.
Oh, Chiron. I don't know if I said that right. Yes. Chiron kind of
Oh,
reminds me a little bit of Saturn, but you probably have a better idea there than me. I mean, in some of what the energies do. It's interesting.
general reading. Yep.
All right, so is that my duck again or
No,
yours?
it would be mine.
All right.
Getting this one.
Ah, is that its effect in retrograde too, or is it like a kind of wiggle back and forth between that? Ouch. Oh wait, come here and put a band-aid on it. Alrighty, have a good one.
Take care, Miss V.
Love to you too. Be a Mary Tyler Moore. You're gonna make it after all. Hopefully all of us will.
Well, you have the Five of Wands, Libra. Upright.
Thank you for that. All right, Libra, there's your card.
Page of Cups reversed. But the Queen of Cups is upright. Hmm.
I like these cosmic looking cards.
You know, this is a nice one.
It's a
I
cute
really
deck.
like that deck.
All right, so
Galactic
then
Star.
whip and broom and the heart.
Yeah.
The heart. Nice.
Well, how interesting. Seems like I'm going to let you go first. I have an idea, but I want to.
Okay.
I'm sure that Five of Wands is key here, but how it's handled, I'm just
Right, it
looking at it.
seems to be some movement going on here. Maybe there is a sense of either competition or cooperation that needs to happen one way or the other. It could be about things related to, central things in a way, not necessarily romantic, but like about things that make you feel better about yourself, things that give comfort or things like that. And it could be that maybe you feel you're not there. Maybe you feel like somebody else or something else kind of removes you from that or is more you just can't figure out how to cooperate enough or to get to that point where things work out better for you. You're sort of I almost feel like it's an almost romance, but it's still sort of friend zoney or something like that.
That sounds so familiar, but I'm not sure we have one in the area or not. A Moe's Southwest Grill, but we just went to a Mexican restaurant yesterday, a new one
It does sound familiar, like it's a regional chain maybe.
that opened up in our area called Agave. And it was pretty good. We were both pretty happy with that meal.
A coworker tells me there's another agave in Taylor, the town around the corner, but it's a bit different. I don't know if it's the same thing or not.
There's something in Van Buren Township that's called the Agave, but it's not the same. It's a different chain. It's
Maybe
a
they
different
are
thing.
mistaken about where it's at. They said it was Taylor.
Well, there's maybe something else in Taylor. I don't know. I don't know
Well, I
anything
hope you
about that.
enjoy that.
So enjoy your food, but we had a great meal. I still have a leftover. I was going to eat it today, but I decided to save it. So,
Okay, back to Libra. And see,
okay.
this is the other idea about why maybe this is something central or something emotional, friendships, friend zones, the Queen of Cups.
There's something up here, and I think the Five of Wands is indicating that, trying to get people to cooperate or get along is kind of hard right now. Maybe you're going to hear some news that's kind of disturbing, about some people fighting with each other, whether it's family, whether it's friends. It's going to be a bit disappointing, that people can't get on the same page. And maybe actually, it's not something that's outside of you. You might be involved in it. And so I think here, if that's the case, then basically this is saying, you've got to try to work towards compromise and agreement here, to try to pull everybody together rather than be part of the problem. Be a part of the solution and not the problem. Because the situation is kind of disappointing. This brouhaha, whatever it is kind of disappointing. However, with the Queen of Cups here, I really feel you can make a difference here. Your attitude, as long as you express kindness, understanding, and empathy for everybody's side and whatever's going on, and just try to pull people together, you could do this.
Right. It sounds like it's a squabble going around somewhere in your environment, and your ability to be the measured, person, compassionate person, to bring some heart to the situation. And maybe you'll have to do this in kind of, not so much a quick manner, but really a defined manner, like the action or the energy has to pretty much be official to resolve the situation.
I'm not sure why, but I'm feeling a little timing on that card. The broom. That's the broom, right? And that is the broom, Mr. O, number one.
Yes.
So I think here your heart, your heartfelt support, for all sides and whatever's going on is going to be needed fairly soon. I wouldn't be surprised if this whole situation doesn't unfold before Mercury goes direct. It's during the retrograde period here that this is happening, and
That's interesting.
it's
Yeah.
retrograde till August 11th, and ironically, that card is number 11. I couldn't help but note that, and suddenly I was feeling this timing thing.
That's the day of a dental extraction for me too, by the way.
Oh, poor baby. So, at any rate, that is going to be when. So I think by that time period, you're going to probably be a peacemaker in some kind of disagreement or find a way to kind of put this whole situation, whatever it is, to bed. I don't think it's anything too serious, but I think it is disappointing and a little bit disruptive. So, but just show your best side and everything should work out.
Good luck, Libra.
Good luck, Libra. Kira is up.
We are moving through the list quickly.
What does October look like for you? Looking ahead. I had to stop in at Walgreens today, and they had Halloween stuff already. Woohoo! Yes, they did.
Well, it's always good to look ahead.
Your deck, Mister O.
Yes. That sounds really tasty, Ari. I guess I have a taste for it because we just had some Mexican yesterday at a new restaurant we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, man, it was loaded with the salsa verde. It was awesome.
So good.
And some cheese on top. I don't know what cheese that was. It
I
was
have heard
nice.
of Moe's. I don't know if they're in Detroit area, but we'll find out. Might want to go.
Some new places are open up. Some place called Middle, no, it's called Middle Eats, EATS, instead of Middle East. But it's Mediterranean
Mediterranean
style
styles.
food, and it's kind of on the go. Just pick it up and go stuff. A lot of bowls, a lot of wraps, a lot of good stuff though. They have salads too, so I do want to check them out. They aren't quite open yet, but they're getting close.
What does October look like for Kara? Well, hopefully it's not too scary. It's the High Priestess.
Ooh,
I like that.
hello, Kara. Yeah.
And the Ace of Swords.
Upright?
Yeah, these are both upright. I like these. I love their look. This one is not. It's Justice reversed.
Okay.
So you'll need that sword because I think some heads are going to roll maybe. I don't know.
Jeez.
No, I'm
I
teasing.
don't think so, Kara.
I'm teasing. But the High Priestess says that October seems to be a very intuitive time for you. And of course,
Did I tell you to go first this time? Just kidding. I'm kidding. I just had to do that. Look, what is that?
the key.
Pretty obvious.
Yes, like you. the sun.
Wow, October's great. Go ahead, Mr.
Okay,
Rogers.
so the high priestess indicates that in October there's going to be a bit of intuitiveness around you, maybe more so than you normally might have. And a large part of that is, of course, the fact that Beltane and Halloween, Samhain are kind of the veil opening times of the year. That's why you get one as Taurus, I get one as Scorpio. But for example, the full moon or the new moon in October will be in your sign, Taurus. I forget which it is. It's always kind of like a cross thing. So I think this is really going to heighten that idea of your intuitive nature. And maybe this is telling us that, you'll have a reason for needing heightened awareness. I'll stop there with the first one.
I like that. So you just did the High Priestess?
Yes, that's all I did.
Well, I kind of want to combine it with the Ace of Swords,
Go right
but
ahead.
the High Priestess, definitely your intuitive abilities are going to be on fire. Your ability to connect with your ancestors even might be stronger, your spirit guides. So consider a lot of internal work in the month of October. Consider a lot of ways to stimulate, these kinds of experiences, these kinds of encounters. Didn't you get that deck that I have, the one about the dead? Use it. Use it in October to contact your ancestors. You might get some important messages back. And I think here the Ace of Swords, you know, is saying that there may be some eye opening, third eye opening, let's say, in a way, discoveries from doing all of this. I think that, epiphanies could come to you because that's definitely the card of epiphanies,
The
right?
ace there?
Yeah,
Yeah, I kind of like that combining, and that was a
yeah.
good idea. I think this sort of suggests something really probing seems to come to your awareness. It may be about what the next card is, that matter of justice reverse there. It is possible that maybe some awareness or an intuition will tell you about something you need to know about. Maybe it probably will affect you, but it may not affect you dramatically. I get the feeling that it is just more something you need to be warned of. There's a possibility here this may affect others more than you, and maybe you're going to be helpful in helping them or bring about that awareness.
Well, I almost think that card could be about something else, just that, you have to kind of try to maintain a balance during October. Don't try to do too much. Don't keep everything kind of moderate or in balance and harmony. Seek the balance out of these seasonal turns. Everything, every different turn of the wheel has its own energy to it. And sometimes, we flow better with those energies than at other times. And so just try to maintain the balance and the flow of the season. And I think what the season is calling you to do, in October, is to really, really take some time to go within and try to connect with the other side, with the other side of the veil. See what messages your guides, your ancestors, a higher powers have for you during this time. And I think here the key is enlightenment, right? The sun is about success a lot, but even in the Lenormand, there's this idea of light being shed on something, that could bring you success. So in other words, there could be things here that really could be very expansive for you, very good for you.
I wonder if I agree with that. And I'm a little bit pondering with the justice reversed. Is it possible that your investigations into your awareness during October may realize an injustice that was committed that maybe, still marks on karma in a certain way, that maybe it's something an ancestor or spirit guide wants you to understand, or maybe to try to understand more about why it happened or where it leaves you karmically. Just
Are you
wondering.
saying that it was some injustice to some other ancestor, or what are you saying?
Possibly, or that there's a karmic mark somehow that maybe comes to you from a previous life.
Okay, all right.
Something like that you may find out.
So did you want to add to the Lenormand there? Or?
Not a lot. I agree with your summation there. I think, or this is my summation, is that this is really like October's going to be a very interesting month for you finding out things, whether we're totally right or whether there are other things. It seems like something is going to take off.
Kind of all fit
Ah,
together that
okay.
way. So good luck.
Good luck,
Good luck
Kara.
with that. And we are on a cell who left the question. Hi, cell.
Hi, Estelle.
All right, does Daehoon have a romantic partner at this moment? What is the current state of his love life? Okay. Let's see if we can tell that. Well, since it's harvest season coming, I'll use my food deck.
And Kara requests the DM later.
Okay, I can. I can absolutely help you with that.
So my goodness, I almost forgot to mention that tomorrow is my emotional exchanges. It's my two-card reading for every sign of the zodiac, and it has a brief affirmation in the beginning devoted to emotional wellness. But each zodiac sign receives two cards. One is the buzz or vibe of the week, and the other is will you be lucky in love? It drops down at 7 a.m., but you can view it anytime, and it's good for the whole week. So please check that out.
Wow, artichoke. We have the Knight of Swords upright. We have oil, justice upright. And the Eight of Swords, squash, is reversed.
First, there's a mountain. Is that the stars?
Yes.
All right.
Hmm. Well, the Knight of Swords. And, well, does Tehun have. There aren't a lot of romantic cards here. So, does he have somebody in his life right now? I'm not sure that he does.
Yeah, my feel is not necessarily.
I get the feeling he's in between relationships right now. And the Knight of Swords indicates, though, that I feel he would like to move towards one, maybe. Um, Justice, but maybe right now he's more concerned about balance in his life, getting his life more in balance and in harmony. It seems to me that maybe I'm not sure here. He
I
seems Go ahead.
I
Go ahead.
think he's on a mission to other things. He might be working towards accomplishments in his personal or professional life. And the idea of justice represented by oil, maybe saying that right now is not a time that he feels those those things will mix, just as oil and water do not mix completely. He may feel that emotional parts of his life are not meshing well with his career goals, whatever they may be, or that for some reason, he's just not balanced yet. He may be trying to find that balance, but I don't see it's exactly happening.
Well, I almost feel like he feels balanced, but he wants to just kind of keep stabilized for a while. Maybe that's just it. He's been moving towards this balance and stability, but things are kind of fluid in his life. So maintaining that balance might be a little bit tricky right now. The squash reversed, which is the Eight of Swords, I believe, reversed, feels like to me he's going to come to a point where he's going to feel more confident about moving forward on perhaps relationships and other areas of his life. Maybe some of the things he's trying to get into balance is trying to find somebody in that sector of his life if things have been out of balance there. I can't rule that out. But I do think that they have been struggling with something in their life right now. You know, the star is indicating that hope will return once they overcome some obstacles and goal and not obstacles, obstacles and struggles and maybe or challenges that they've been facing. So it's possible here that they may be looking for that soulmate or that significant other once other things start to fall in place in their life.
Well, the Eight of Swords reverse could also be indicating that a part of that idea of where they were putting their energy and maybe realizing things weren't meshing is maybe that they realized that maybe they had a misunderstanding or an illusion about how these things worked in their life. Maybe they labored under the idea that they had to do certain things in a certain way, and maybe they're going to figure out that no, they can, have multiple agendas at the same time, i.e., trying to be involved in romantic or emotional situations, as well as working on career or other aspects of their personal life. So then that realization, I suppose, maybe makes them realize that they will get there. They will get over the mountain eventually, but they're not necessarily expecting this to happen right away. So the feel is there is no relationship
Yeah.
for them at this moment, but we could do a very quick yes or no just to say if it is true or not. Do you want to use
Really
your
want
gut?
to do that? Okay. I wouldn't, but
Well, then you can be that way.
no. If this contradicts it, I don't know what to say. That's all. We're going to do the simple one.
We should probably do mine because it's just yes or no, right? Well, the simple one may say yes, but this, no, but that, right?
Well, this either of them do
You're
that.
doing the card,
Which one do you want to do?
the one you want to do,
No.
the simple one.
So the one card.
That would be simple, wouldn't it?
Yeah. It's a struggle sometimes.
I know.
I mean, if you come up with you want to do one, then you let me know what it's going to be.
You're welcome to sell. Hold on, we're gonna do a more definitive yes or no on whether uh, T is in a relationship. Tehun.
It's the devil. He might be playing around. I mean, that says good luck, which doesn't tell us either way either. I personally feel the first reading said he's not really in a relationship at this time. This one kind of confirms that, in that he may have feelings for someone, he may be playing around dating, but to say he has a relationship, that may not be what's going on.
Typically, the devil may speak to situations where people feel they don't have choices. And so this could indicate,
Oh, well,
right, they feel like they're sort of, oppressed or
I thought maybe their desires too,
well, it can mean
passions.
that too, I suppose that.
Yeah,
But I'm
I
looking
like
at
that.
another side of it, saying that maybe they sort of feel like they are. We saw this in the other reading too. Maybe making, or I did, more interest in their career challenges or objectives. So this may be saying they just feel like they don't have the time for this. They sort of feel overwhelmed. I would say this means, like we thought before, no, there is no relation.
Whatever challenges they're facing right now, that feels like that's restricting them in some way.
There you go. That's a good way to
So,
put that.
yeah. All right, that's what we have for you. Good luck with that.
All right.
Well, I'm glad it reaffirmed,
Okay.
but
So Earth Girl, did you come back?
yeah, let's just give Earth Girl a moment. If not, we'll move right on to Aerie.
Yes. And I'll mention too that, of course, we are back on Sunday afternoon from 2 to 4 p.m. to do this show again, whatever your questionnaire. We are actually up to 8:38 now. I should change that. I'll change that later. So thank you for new subscribers that just recently showed up. And I don't believe Earth Girl's coming back, so we're going to move on
Yep, we'll move on to Airy.
to Airy.
Check.
You're welcome, Miss L.
Well, if it's a short show tonight, I'll be able to watch most of my Lions game.
Oh, isn't it wonderful? All right, I have the Mermaid's Tarot, and of course it is a little bit more central based, so let's see how that
So
goes.
this is about the spouse and how you will meet and love
Wait,
at
it's not
first
that
sight,
deck.
the
Oops, I'm
opposite.
sorry, it's a different deck. It's
Bitter
the deck.
enemies. Hey, it can happen. You're absolutely right.
So you're wondering what will actually happen? What will it be like, the experience?
Oh, excuse me. Gosh, I don't know why oh, I worked out today. That's why I'm yawning.
I'm a little sore from working out yesterday. Just a little. Hoping to get back there tomorrow. All right, Airy. So first card is the Four of Swords, upright.
I think so too, Asal.
Yes, that's what it seems like. You're right.
What was that again? I'm sorry.
Four Swords upright.
Got it.
The next card is the Three of Pentacles reversed. And our final card is the Queen of Pentacles reversed. And she has a little black cat like the Queen of Wands normally does.
All right, let me get the Lenormand in this mix. Hold on. What do we got? All right, look at the card carefully and tell me what you think it is.
It's the garden.
Yes.
I remember it from the last time.
Look at this card carefully and tell me what you think it is.
It's the mountain.
Yeah.
First
He's
there
getting
is a
used to the
mountain,
ambiguities of
and
this
there
stuff.
is no mountain. Then there is. Well,
I think it's a really interesting reading.
yeah.
Yeah, I almost get the feeling that you're the person that you meet that will end up being your spouse will not necessarily regard you too highly in the beginning. For whatever reason, they may think you're a little bit more self-oriented than caring about others' needs and concerns. Um, wow, excuse me here. And
Four
I'm going to
swords.
jump right back to the beginning here. So because they don't necessarily have this good first impression, they may be very slow to move things forward. Things might go very slowly at first. And what's the middle card again?
The Three of Pentacles reversed.
Right. It just seems as though maybe I'm wondering again, Ari, if you're going to meet them on the job or in some sort of situation that pulls you together, because it sounds as though this person may feel like we're just not clicking, we're just not working together well. And so it makes me think maybe it's on the job stuff. Um, and so there's going to be some challenges before this turns around. But you know what's really funny about this here is that I kind of feel like this ends up in a marriage. It does end
Well,
up.
that was what her question was.
It's right here because
Yeah.
that's a wedding.
I feel like no great sparks fly when you first meet this person.
That's
And
it.
it may be because you meet them in the context of them being a work partner, a student partner, something else than what you might expect. I sort of see that from the Four of Swords, that maybe the idea is that no sparks are flying because in terms of their emotional life, in terms of dating or being involved in emotional life, it's kind of like not happening for them. Like maybe they're just there and they're just like, I'm doing this job or I'm doing this situation. So no sparks fly. The three of Pentacles reversed, I like what you said. Nothing seems to be working. So if you are partners of a different sort, not based on emotionality with each other, but work, student, whatever, a neighborhood person that just moved in, kind of hot, but they're just not working with you. Like maybe they're adjusting to something else, to another situation, and so they don't seem to understand where you fit into that plan, maybe. So that's maybe part of this, is that they don't see you as somebody working with them even on that level necessarily. Like maybe they're just not getting you. I don't know that I agree with Banshee that this says that they well, how did you word that?
Well, I said that they don't have a good first impression because they may feel you're more self oriented rather than, you know, empathic or caring about the needs of
And
others.
I think that maybe that's just maybe more about them, that maybe they're more caught up with
I
themselves. It could be a
guess.
little bit of both, but I get a stronger feel that maybe they're just not ready yet. There's no sparks flying.
Yeah,
But
okay,
I
well,
agree with Banshee.
I,
Moving through the mountain of difficulties does take you there.
I do want to say that, now that I'm looking at your question again, this isn't just about how they feel. This can also be how about you feel. Maybe you don't care that much for them in the beginning. I mean, it could be you. Maybe you're the one who's not caring so much for them because you just feel like, well, this can't work. You're just thinking that it just
So it could
can't
be
work.
either. Yeah.
So it's going to be a slow thing that you may come around to this. Obviously, maybe there's some challenges to overcome, and you will end up marrying this person. I wonder, too, this is just a thought. Let's say, for example, it was somebody you were working with, Ari, and maybe there's some collective issue going on in the workplace that kind of brings you together. And
Ooh.
once you overcome a certain challenge together, things start to click and you both have a different impression about each other. Maybe you're there to support each other through some hardship or challenge, whether it's at work or somewhere else, and it strengthens, the connection between you to the point where you guys feel you're meant for each other. Interesting. Everything is not, rainbows and butterflies.
And it's fungible too. It's a snapshot in time.
Sometimes people come together during times of adversity. And I can't help but wonder if there's something there that brings you together, that kind of pulls you together. Interesting reading.
Good luck.
Good luck with it.
That was a good question too. I liked it.
All right, we're on SP, and I think they wanted to know about the next week in general.
Yeah. And so far, they're our last reading, so we may be closing shop. A reading for the next week. Thanks. So that's going to be your.
Kara's ready. Have a great night, everyone. Yes, well, have a great night, Kara. If you got to jump out, it's okay. Um, I'm going to be jumping out to watch football and try to get the cards of the day out at the same time. I have the
It's your
one
deck.
card written already. I got to work on my oracle, though.
And it's going to be your deck.
Oh, yes, it is.
I like this little whimsical forest deck.
It's quirky.
I like it though.
Do you want the Lenormand you gave me that kind of looks like it? Maybe you want your own Lenormand.
Maybe. I like that Lenormand too, and I do sort of think they look cute together.
I could,
So,
I could give it back. I mean, I have a lot of
mhm.
good amount of Lenormands.
Well, I would
I'll
take it back.
consider it.
I would take it back. I don't know if it's the same artist, but the quality, the color schemes, the emphasis on color
Mhm.
and the some of the line quality seems to be really similar. So maybe
Yeah, I don't know that it's the same, but
I don't
there's
think it
just
is
a
actually, but
similarity.
it seems complementary.
And Kara, I will get back. Oh, are you still here, Kara? I will get back to you on that. If I can't get back to you tonight, I will get back to you tomorrow. I promise. So be first and foremost on my mind. But I have some ideas for you. There's certain ways that I just work with the cards out of the box, and I'll cue you in on that.
Kara says, cool. All right, SP.
I got too much to do tonight, Kara, so I want to give it some thought and how to write it up for you, but I have an idea. Well, week ahead. You got the devil upright.
Pretty card.
Got the Ten of Swords reversed. Oh. And you've got the High Priestess upright. Two major arcana.
Are you coming or not? All right, from the Lenormand, we pull the mice. Victoria, you missed our mice. And the key. The key is the mice. That's nice.
Well, there may be some issues next week, you know. Um, the devil, like we spoke of earlier, just let him go. The devil we spoke of earlier is like restrictions. Usually, when you ignore him, he comes up anyway. Restrictions, things
I
that
know, I'd
might
like to
be.
control that. I'd like him to get up here before, I get into my thing. Go ahead.
Sonny, come here.
He
There.
says, I jumped
Why
up this
don't
way
you go
three
ahead with the
times.
cards now?
Fine. What's coming for you this week?
There.
Is that how it was worded?
Yeah.
Well, the devil may see you find yourself having restrictions in certain ways. And I know a lot of times you're asking questions that are usually about your career or your employment or situations that maybe are adjacent to that. So you may find, that maybe this is about that. It could be saying that you're feeling restricted at this time. There may be an emphasis on you conforming to a particular idea, whether it is in the office or somewhere else. Somebody sort of wants you to conform to their idea, and it feels chafing in a way.
Restrictive, like, you just wish you had a little bit more freedom to do things your way or whatever the case may be, but it seems as though something is restricting your movement or your ability to do things, maybe what you want to do or the way you want to do them. And I think here with the Ten of Swords reversed, it indicates to me that even though this is annoying, this is probably only a temporary situation. You're going to recover. And I see this for two reasons. Because the Ten of Swords reversed indicates a rebound, number one. It indicates the ability to just, pick yourself up and, shrug this off, whatever it is. It's just going to be a minor inconvenience or annoyance. Let's not blow it out of proportion. And maybe the problem is somebody else might be because Mercury is retrograde still. And I feel those energies are still strongly prevalent. And I think that, that could be causing some misunderstandings or some power plays or different things like that going on. But you'll be able to get beyond that. And I think here, your gut is going to inform you. Your gut is going to tell you you'll be okay. Don't worry about the situation overly. And I also think here you can trust your gut to tell you how best to handle a situation where you feel, you've got no way out, you've got to do something, or you're stuck in a situation with no way out.
Well, I agree with Banshee. I sort of feel like this is not a big deal, maybe necessarily. I I actually still feel that it's more likely to be some form of office politics or something
Could be.
that's interpersonal in a way that a direct relationship
Yeah.
would not be. So it's people that are in your environment, but you may have, not necessarily strong relationships. So I feel the Ten of Swords says, whatever this oppressive situation is, you get an upper hand in a way. Maybe you're able to reverse that. If it's a job thing, somebody says, well, I need you to do this because blah, blah, blah reason, you can say, well, really, maybe you have the means to reverse that by applying some logic there. Swords are, of course, a sense of clarity of that. So when I look at the High Priestess,
Yeah.
I'll get to that in a minute.
No, I'm going with
um,
that.
it is really more about your ability to be able to discern what may be beneath the surface on this.
Yes.
And that I
Very
think
good.
Banshee hit it too, because I think it may be about other people in your environment who are like troublesome little mice. They're
Yeah.
not really a big deal, but they're something of a deal. It was my turn.
It was, but I didn't think you were going to go there.
Why? You just swept through all the others and I didn't stop you. I rest my case.
I thought you started with the devil first, by
Yeah,
the
and then I
way.
let you take over and you went through all three. Go on, proceed.
So the key is not to allow yourself to get too stressed out over this.
Right.
The key is to maintain control. The mice, other than it being about problems and little annoying things like we're talking about here, power plays or whatever, don't let that get under your skin. Try to do things to be calm. The high priestess too just says go within, listen to your higher wisdom, and do not allow others to throw you off your game. Allow yourself to be stress free. Just let it roll off of you. And that's kind of what the Ten of Swords reversed is about, too. No matter how this feels when this happens to you, let it roll off of you. Don't allow yourself to feel victimized or persecuted because, you're not. You're better than that. And these are all little things, and we don't want them to get out of hand because one thing about Mercury retrograde is we can let things get out of hand.
All right.
So we have for you.
I'm seeing what you're writing there, Ari, and I think maybe, this is a gift horse in the mouth, in a way. I mean, I don't think the universe is conspiring for you to challenge your patience. I think it's just really the way it's going to be that, sometimes you meet people in a different context and you don't know that they're the one that you're going to be with right
It's
away.
true.
So sometimes you just have to let things go the way they go.
I guess I'd have to say, Ari, thinking back on your cards, I am not sure you've met them yet. I don't think you have met
Right, I
them yet.
agree.
So I think this is up and coming. So, yeah, and who knows what time is involved in that, right?
And I think that's why they don't want a relationship when you meet them because you're in a different context. They're a different kind of partner or person in your relationship. And it may be later that it will develop.
Yeah,
So,
I think it's something that will develop over time. But some of those are the best kind. I mean, some of those are the best kind. We didn't actually click right
well,
away.
it was a few months
Right,
before our first date.
right.
Hmm.
And so sometimes it does take time, and some things are worth waiting for. So I wish you luck with that. I wish everybody luck, and want to thank everybody for coming and putting your questions out there so we can make sure you get your reading. We move things along. We ended early because we're a little slower tonight. Sometimes that happens on Thursdays, and hopefully you enjoyed the show. But I'm going to cut out of here and watch some Lions football.
And I'm going to do whatever I do.
So take care, everybody. Have a great rest of your evening. And remember, happy hour this week, if you're coming to it, is going to be at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Saturday. Okay? Take care, and we hope to see you soon. Bye bye.